A few quick and awkward moments in the backseat of a car or twin bed, and then bang, you are here, on Earth, a brand new human. We pawn you off on babysitters, soccer coaches, daycare, talk a lot about the work you'll need to live, and then eject you out of the house, a confirmed adult. But what classes or courses did you get on the real job? Now, we work 40 hours a week, and there are 3 times that many hours that you spend being you, a human, with no training, no guidance, and less than ideal people that you kind of trust. Maybe it's time for some adult education. Course of study, Professional Human 101. Okay people, let's settle down. We got a long day ahead of us. Priorities and promises. Here you are, a full-grown human, and as such, there's a few things that you should know. First, no one ever told you that when you grow up, you would marry the hottest person in the world, have money to buy everything you see, and that you would never have to prioritize your life. The truth is that no one even told you that the world would be here when you were 18 or 30. There has been no open official statement of that. It's also possible that no one ever taught you to prioritize, but I bet they gave you some good excuses for not doing it. Arguably, you might be here on Earth at a bad time compared to your parents or grandparents, but believe this, it's still better than having no running water or having a saber-toothed tiger attack you while you're pooping next to your rock by your cave. And if you've been an adult-sized person for a few years now, you might have also been gifted with the mindset that says you should be given a raise every so often. In fact, the following things are very true. 1. People spend a huge amount of time talking about their pay, that they need more money, and that they should get a raise. And 2. People spend a huge amount of time talking about it when prices go up, condemning those suppliers and sellers for gouging them on prices. There is, however, a much lesser known factor. There were 157,232 jobs in the U.S. in December of 2023, according to a survey of employers, and only 16 million of those jobs were management jobs. Let's begin with the first 2. Clearly, you should be able to see that one is directly related to the other. If everyone gets raises, then prices will have to keep going up. That's a simple concept to understand. So why do we complain about the first one and the second one? The main reason given? If you have not gotten a raise in a while, you think that's because whatever company you work for is greedy. Yet all of the above are really because of the third fact. Out of 157 million employees, 141 million of them have no idea what the costs are of running the business that they work for, let alone all the other ones they buy from on a day-to-day basis. They are not in a position to know anything about the bottom line of their employer's company, and in truth, even most management positions only have a 50% understanding of all monetary business issues. They just assume that if it costs more and they're not getting paid more, that's because some greedy bastard in a high tower wants more gold toilet seats in his mansion. Now, do not think for a minute that I'm defending corporate greed. I'm only trying to grant you perspective that would take you perhaps another 40 years to get on your own. Prices never go down, and if they do, it's because no one is buying that thing. You might have learned something like supply and demand, or a trip to the dollar store should have provided the very same lesson. So the following is true in all cases. Prices go up, you will not always get a raise. And you are not in possession of all the reasons for either of the above truths. So, all that is left are 2 moves. One might involve a ski mask in a bank, or priorities. If you're upset about the cost of food, as an example, stop buying it pre-made in some restaurant. And if you think that it still costs too much, stop buying needless, wasteful items. If you smoke cigarettes, that's $8 per pack. If it's just one a week, that's $416 a year, but most people that smoke spend 3 times that much a year. 3 Starbucks coffees a week is $936 a year. 1 6-pack of beer consumed at home is $420 a year. We are spending on average $37 a week on food delivery fees to our home. That's $1,924 a year. And if you are one of the 258 million adults spending a combined $43 billion a year on cell phone apps, you should have a look there for some food, gas, and rent and living money. Same with buying lottery tickets or gambling on sports. That could be a small vacation each year for that money. Picking a medium on the cell phone apps of $500 and adding that to the simple stuff like Starbucks and delivery costs, you will have around $3,780 in the wind that could be in your refrigerator. That's $72 a week. Or at current retail prices, 2 dozen eggs, 6 pounds of chicken, a pound of butter, 4 pounds of ground beef, and $11 worth of mixed vegetables, on top of the groceries you already buy. And if you have other recreational habits, you should look there before becoming really pissed off at the cost of basic goods. There has always been in the history of history ways to waste money. Today we have let advertisers convince us that their products are essentials, rather than what they really are, wasteful expenses, allowed them to engage us in bad behaviors. And we have allowed that notion to affect how we view the world as a place where we cannot afford basic living costs. Professional humans are not short-sighted, hypocritical, or uninformed. As we look around this world, pro-humans should avoid excuse narratives for poor behaviors. Even if you can pay for all of these things and live well, there is an argument for not wasting your money. Learning to prioritize life and money does not have to be in response to a lack of income. You should do it just because it's what a pro does.